Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 19, verse 36. Anyata te avyakta-gater
अन्यथा ते अव्यक्तगतेर्
darshanam na katham nrinam
दर्शनं न कथं नृणाम्
nitaram riyamananam
नृतरां म्रियमाणानाम्
samsidasya vina vaniyasha
संसिद्धस्य वनियशा
anyata te avyakta-gater
अन्यथा ते अव्यक्तगतेर्
darshanam na katham nrinam
दर्शनं न कथं नृणाम्
nitaram riyamananam
नितरां म्रियमाणानाम्
संसिदस्य विना वनीयसा
संसिद्धस्य वनियशा
अन्यथा ते यत्यक्तगतेर्
अन्यथा ते अव्यक्तगतेर्
दर्शनं न कथं नृणाम्
दर्शनं न कथं नृणाम्
नितरां म्रियमाणानाम्
नितरां म्रियमाणानाम्
संसिदस्य ध्वनीयसा
संसिद्धस्य वनियशा
Anyone recite once?
अन्यथा ते अव्यक्तगतेर्
अन्यथा ते व्यक्तगतेर्
दर्शनं न कथं नृणाम्
दर्शनं न कथं नृणाम्
नितरां म्रियमाणानाम्
नितरां प्रियमाणानाम्
संसिद्धस्य वनियसा
संसिद्धस्य वनीयसा. Translation purport by Divine Grace of Charnarvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
जय
Synonyms: Anyatha, otherwise.
अन्यथा otherwise
Te, your.
ते your
Abhyaktagathe, of one whose movements are invisible.
अव्यक्तगते of one whose movements are invisible.
Darshanam, meeting.
Darshanam meeting.
Na, for us.
Na for us.
Katham, how.
Katham how.
Nrinam, of the people.
Nrinam of the people.
Nitaram, specifically.
Nitaram specifically.
Mriyamananam, of those who are about to die.
Mriyamananam of those who are about to die.
Samsidasya, of one who is all perfect.
Samsiddhasya of one who is all perfect.
Vaniyasa, voluntary appearance.
Vaniyasa, voluntary appearance.
Translation, please repeat after me. Otherwise, without being inspired by Lord Krishna,
Otherwise, without being inspired by Lord Krishna,
how is it that you have voluntarily appeared here?
how is it that you have voluntarily appeared here?
Though you are moving incognito to the common man,
Though you are moving incognito to the common man,
and are not visible to us who are on the verge of death,
and are not visible to us who are on the verge of death.
Purport.
Purport. The great sage Sukdev Goswami was certainly inspired by Lord Krishna to appear voluntarily before Maharaja Parikshit, the great devotee of the Lord, just to give him the teaching of Srimad Bhagavatam. One can achieve One can achieve nucleus of the devotional service of the Lord by the mercy of the spiritual master and the personality of Godhead. The spiritual master is the manifested representative of the Lord to help one achieve ultimate success. One who is not authorized by the Lord cannot become a spiritual master. Sri Sukdev Goswami is an authorized spiritual master, and thus he was inspired by the Lord to appear before Maharaja Parikshit and instruct him in the teaching of Srimad Bhagavatam. One can achieve the ultimate success of going back to Godhead if he is favored by the Lord sending his true representative. As soon as a true representative of the Lord is met by a devotee of the Lord, the devotee the devotee is assured a guarantee for going back to Godhead just after leaving the present body. This, however, depends on the sincerity of the devotee himself. The Lord is seated in the heart of all living beings, and thus he knows very well the movements of all individual persons. As soon as the Lord finds that a particular soul is very eager to go back to Godhead, the Lord at once sends his bona fide representative. The sincere devotee is thus assured by the Lord of going back to Godhead. The conclusion is that to get the assistance and help of a bona fide spiritual master means to receive the direct help of the Lord Himself.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swamin Dinamine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradhaine Gaurakatha Dhamadhaya Nagara Grama Tarine Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadhe Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Raya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana Mukam Guradi Vachalam Pangun Langai Tegirim Yat Kripa Tamham Mande Sri Gurum Deratharinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. This is a very nice purport Prabhupada is giving. We have already seen in previous verses that this Parikshit Maharaj cursing and of course, the Brahmana boy's activity is not the plan of the Lord, but Parikshit Maharaj coming to this end and Sukadeva Goswami arriving to give us Srimad Bhagavatam is the plan of the Lord. The Lord can use anybody and everybody in his plan because everybody is the servant of Krishna, Lord Krishna. But generally, he uses his very wonderful devotee who are very dear to Krishna as instrumental in saving the whole world. So he has used Parikshit Maharaj, just like he used Arjuna for giving us Bhagavad Gita, he used Parikshit Maharaj to give us Srimad Bhagavatam. And Parikshit Maharaj, Evam Parampara Praptam, he said in Bhagavad Gita. So the Parikshit Maharaj should also receive the Bhagavatam from the Guru Parampara. So he made it sure that this devotee, Sukadeva Goswami, who is the disciple and son of Srila Vyasadeva, is coming in the unbroken chain of disciplic succession and he is very qualified to propagate Srimad Bhagavatam, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the preacher of Srimad Bhagavatam. And as Krishna, he has already planned that Sukadeva Goswami should give this Bhagavatam to the Kali Yuga people. And as a pure devotee, Parikshit Maharaj is well aware of that, which he is expressing in the words. How is it that you have voluntarily appeared here, though you are moving incognito? So, the very beautiful thing is that it is Krishna's plan that Sukadeva Goswami can only answer the questions of Srila Parikshit Maharaj. There were so many assembled sages, but Lord Krishna, of course, the answer is known to Vyasadeva and Narad Muni. Maybe others, they don't know. But the Krishna is the one who maintains the parampara. So he wanted that this parampara should bring this Bhagavatam down. So Narad Muni already spoke Bhagavatam to Vyasadeva and Vyasadeva has already spoken. Now the next Acharya has to be represented and recognized. So Krishna is recognizing Sukadeva Goswami to be the next Acharya in the parampara who can speak, who is qualified to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. So not only that he will inspire Sukadeva Goswami to come, he will also inspire him to speak whatever he speaks. That is the beauty of the pure devotee in the unbroken chain of disciplic succession. They will not speak anything on their own. They will speak everything very practical to the time and place and circumstances. At the same time, those are all the words of Krishna, whatever they spoke. That is why Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Kori Aikya Arana Koriyo Mane Asha. So Guru Mukha Padma Vakya is very, very important. It's all glorifying and it's all Srimad Bhagavatam. We also have in the recent past when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, teachings of Lord Chaitanya, nectar of devotion, Srimad Bhagavatam, all these things Srila Prabhupada has written. Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, everything is teaching of Srimad Bhagavatam only. So the preacher of Srimad Bhagavatam is Lord Chaitanya, and that is given in the very first introduction heading itself in our Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1. So Rishabhadeva's teaching is there, and you have Kapila Dev's teaching is there. Srimad Bhagavatam, Devahuti ultimately attains full enlightenment in the transcendental knowledge by hearing and understanding the sublime philosophical teachings of her great son Kapil Dev. So there are so many teachings in the Bhagavatam which is liberating the hearer, okay, to attain no more birth, death, old age, disease. And all of them are compiled together is in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which Srila Sukadeva Goswami is going to narrate. There is also teachings of Vasudeva, Narada to Vasudeva is there. So Bhagavata Purana is Amala Purana. It's one of the, there are so many wonderful teachings given by different acharyas within the Srimad Bhagavatam also, and the whole acharya's teaching like Maitreya to Vidura, Uddhava to Vidura, Krishna to Uddhava, so many things are there. So many, Narada to Yudhishthira, Narada to Vasudeva, Kapila to Devahuti, you name it and you have got it. The four Kumaras, So many instructions, the guru disciples have been speaking. All of them are compiled together from different parampara. Whatever is spoken about Krishna by the guru to the disciple is compiled very nicely into one literature, Srimad Bhagavatam, and presented here by Srila Sukadeva Goswami through Maharaj Parikshit. So that is a very beautiful uh, words of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is decided by the Supreme Personality of Godhead that Parikshit Maharaj should be instrumental in delivering the Srimad Bhagavatam to the world. And it was also decided that he should hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Sukadeva Goswami. So that's the beginning of this Bhagavata teaching. And this is in the first canto we are seeing. So that is the first part of the Srimad Bhagavatam. If you the first canto we are ending. This is the 19th chapter. So you must read it thoroughly, because in the first part it is stated the cause of Srimad Bhagavatam teaching in the beginning at the time of death of Maharaja Parikshit. So unless other, we should actually take the place of Maharaja Parikshit, that he was given time 7 days and he prepared himself by learning Srimad Bhagavatam for the next life. But we have not even noticed that when we shall die, within 7 days or after 7 days. Therefore, we should always read Srimad Bhagavatam Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya and prepare for the next life. That is the business of elevated consciousness personalities. We should not waste our time by reading or by mixing our consciousness with so many rubbish things. We should try to purify it. Cheto Darpanam Arshanam. So this is Chaitanya Sishtastakam. Cheto Darpanam Arshanam Bhava Mavadavagni Nivvapanam Sreya Kaitava Khandrika Vidanam Vidyatu Divanam Anandamruti Vardhanam Pranipatam Purnamruta Swagatam Sarvapna Swapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Let there be all victory for the chanting of the holy name of Lord Krishna. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. This can cleanse the mirror of the heart and stop the miseries of the blazing fire of material existence. Cheto Darpanam Arjanam. Davagni Nirvapanam. The chanting is the waxing moon that spreads the white lotus of good fortune for all living entities. It is the life and soul of all education. The chanting of the holy name of Krishna, it expands the blissful ocean of transcendental life. It gives a cooling effect to everyone and enables one to taste full nectar at every step. So this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, this will cleanse our consciousness. And then if you hear Srimad Bhagavatam after your sadhana chanting completed 16 rounds, then it becomes Krishna conscious. So it should be the duty of everyone actually. So this particular Bhagavatam is the plan of Krishna, how we are all getting it here. Let's go to the next verse. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 19, verse 37. Ata prichami samsiddhim yoginam paramam gurum
Yoginam Paramam Gurum
purushasyeha yat karyam
Purusasyeha Yat Karyam
mriyamanasya sarvatha.
Mriyamanasya Sarvatha
Ata pruchami samsiddhim
Atah Prikchami Sansiddhim
yoginam paramam gurum
Yoginam Paramam Gurum
purushasyeha yat karyam
Purusasyeha Yat Karyam
mriyamanasya sarvatha.
Mriyamanasya Sarvatha.
Synonyms. Atha, therefore.
Atah
Therefore,
Prichami, beg to inquire.
Prichami,
Prichami,
beg
beg
to
to inquire.
inquire.
Samsiddhim, the way of perfection.
Samsiddham,
The
the way
way
of
of
perfection.
perfection.
Yoginam, of the saints.
Yoginam of
Yoginam
the
of the
saints.
saints.
Paramam, the supreme.
Paramam,
Parama, the
the
supreme.
supreme.
Gurum, the spiritual master.
Guru, the spiritual master.
Purushasya, of a person.
Purushasya, of a person.
Iha, in this life.
Here in this life.
Yet, whatever.
Yet whatever.
Karyam, duty.
Karya,
Karyam,
duty.
Mriyamanasya, of one who is going to die.
Priyamanasya,
one who is going to die.
die.
Sarvatha, in every way.
Sarvatha, in every way.
Translation, please repeat after me. You are the spiritual master of great saints and devotees.
You are the spiritual master of great saints and devotees.
I am therefore begging you to show the way of perfection for all persons.
I am therefore begging you to show the way of perfection for all persons.
And especially for one who is about to die.
And
especially
especially
for
for
one
one
who
who is about to die.
Purport.
purport. Unless one is perfectly anxious to inquire about the way of perfection, there is no necessity of approaching a spiritual master. A spiritual master is not a kind of decoration for a householder. Generally, a fashionable materialist engages in so called spiritual master without any profit. The pseudo spiritual master flatters the so called disciple, and thereby both the master and his ward go to hell without a doubt. Maharaja Parikshit is the right type of a disciple because he puts forward questions vital to the interest of all men, particularly for the dying men. The question put forward by Maharaja Parikshit is the basic principle of the complete thesis of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now let us see how intelligently the great master replies.
Hari Om Tat Sat. So, spiritual master actually is eternal. Without spiritual master, you cannot be at any stage of life achieve your siddhi or perfection. Spiritual master means one who solves all confusion. Now, Parikshit Maharaj, he wanted to know at the time of death, for certain what one should do, what one should not. So this is not, he cannot approach somebody who is not a pure spiritual master because they may misguide him and he is having a last chance in his human life. There is no more. Like everybody, we all have the last chance in the human life. If we miss this particular chance, we are doomed. So Parikshit Maharaj shows the seriousness that one should not miss the last chance given in the human form of life. So, because spiritual master, when one is confused, we approach him. And spiritual master's duty is to save him from that confusion. That is a relationship between the spiritual master and the disciple. If the spiritual master cannot save him from confusion, then he is not the spiritual master. So, now by reading Srila Prabhupada books, we have to follow what we read. And in following, when we get some confusion, then the live spiritual master we accept, who will guide you how to follow Srila Prabhupada book, and he will live by example how he is following. There cannot be any interpretation. As soon as you interpret, then the authority is lost. Just like Krishna wanted to speak the Bhagavad Gita again to Arjuna to give a new beginning, because it was already spoken to Sun God many millions of years ago. But in the course of time, it was lost. How it was lost? Because someone has interpreted it. As soon as it is interpreted, the authority is lost. So the authority is maintained by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So unnecessary interpretation should be avoided so that, it will remain bona fide. And as soon as you accept the spiritual master, first of all, unless one is prepared that I am accepting somebody as my spiritual master, I must accept whatever he says. If there is any doubt that I cannot accept his words verbatim, then one should not accept him as spiritual master. That is hypocrisy. So one must be first of all convinced. Therefore, it is a duty of the spiritual master and the disciple to associate. That is the injunction of Sanatana Goswami also. The disciple should also study whether I can accept this saintly person as my spiritual master, and spiritual master also will see whether I can accept this boy, this person, this girl as my disciple. That is the way. That's a principle, okay? That before accepting a spiritual master, if you are qualified, you can examine him. You can scrutinize him, but not after him. After accepting, just like Arjuna was talking with Krishna just like friend on an equal level. But when he saw that the solution is not yet done, then he has surrendered him. Sishyasteham sadhimam tam prapannam. And after accepting as spiritual masters, there was no talking on the equal level at all. So he can put some question, he can inquire about the yoga system, how to control mind. Arjuna flatly said, my dear Krishna, it's very difficult for me. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, pramati balavad dridam. That is not possible by me. You are teaching me this Hatha Yoga system by exercising, controlling the mind. That is not possible for me. So very frankly, he agrees. So that was not an important thing to practice yoga. One who practices this Krishna consciousness yoga, then Krishna assured him, yeah, it doesn't matter. You practice. If you like, you can practice. But real yoga, he is explaining very nicely. Yoginam api sarvesham madgartha antaratmana. Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yukta tamo. So Arjuna, that's all right. You cannot practice this yoga system. There is no harm. But the first class yogi is he who is always keeping me in his heart, thinking of Krishna. He is first class yogi. So bhakti yogi. So like that. That is, we have to accept as it is. So then Parikshit Maharaj, here he has accepted Sukadeva Goswami as the spiritual master. So this is very, very important. And he is submissively surrendering unto him and inquiring unto him. Very serious question he is asking. Okay. He is asking, show the way of perfection for all persons, and especially one who is about to die. So he is not bothered about himself. He knows everybody is going to die. And what they should do when they are alive. That is the question he is asking. So this is called devotee, pure devotee, paradukha dukhi. Everybody should not be perplexed. Now I am perplexed. I am going to die in 7 days. And I have not done what I should do, and I have not done what I not should do. So please tell me. I don't want anybody else anymore in the world to perplex at the time of death and unknowingly meet the death. They should be prepared to die. I am preparing now for them. So please show the marga, path of perfection. Show for all persons. Everybody is going to die. So before death, what they should do, please tell me. So this is the real welfare of all by Parikshit Maharaj. So at this junction, one should approach spiritual master because only spiritual master knows the right answer. So spiritual master is not a fashion that I also have a guru. It's not a decorative piece for the householder. I have my guru. No. So we have to be very serious, inquisitive, very serious, sincere. Endeavor should be very pure. I want to understand the goal of my human form of life and I want to perform and achieve the goal. So if you are serious in that, then you must accept, approach and accept a spiritual master and surrender unto him. Then, just like Maharaja Parikshit is surrendering unto Sukadeva Goswami. So if you are sincere, if you are serious in your heart, Krishna is very kind. He is already there in the form of Paramatma in everybody's heart. In fact, you don't need to test a spiritual master also. Krishna knows how serious you are. Accordingly, he will send a spiritual master to you automatically. And you have to simply accept and surrender. Just like Parikshit Maharaj himself has recognized, Parikshit Maharaj was not in search of spiritual master. He was not testing any spiritual master. He was very serious and sincere anxiety. What one should do at the time of death? What is perfection of life? He is very serious about to know that. Immediately, Krishna brought the spiritual master right in front of him and make them meet, give the association. This Krishna does automatically. All that you need to do is simply accept him, just like Parikshit Maharaj has accepted. When Arjuna was completely perplexed, Krishna presented himself in front of Arjuna as Guru. And Arjuna simply accepted. And here Parikshit Maharaj, when he is perplexed, immediately Krishna brought Guru in front of him, Sukadeva Goswami. And Parikshit Maharaj simply accepted. Similarly, every one of us, every living entity in the form of human form of life has this opportunity if at all he is very serious. Otherwise, ye yatatmam prapadyante tam tataiva bhajamyaham. If you want to show off a guru, then Krishna will send you a bogus guru. You can show off him. He is showing himself off as a guru. So you can also show off as your guru. That's all. Yeah, you want to be cheated? Krishna sends you a cheater. You want a bogus guru? Krishna will send you bogus guru. If you are very sincere and serious, Krishna will send you the very dear devotee of Krishna, the spiritual master, who is perfect representative of Krishna himself. Either Krishna presents himself before you or he will send the representative who can perfectly represent Krishna. So that is Guru. To Arjuna, Krishna himself presented himself, and to Sukadeva, so Parikshit Maharaj, he sent Sukadeva Goswami, who is the perfect representation of Krishna. So this happens. This happens by Krishna only when you are serious, when you are sincere. Then it happens. We all have got Jayapata Goswami Guru Maharaj because of our little seriousness and sincerity only. And then Krishna immediately says, so here is your Guru. Now accept or reject, that is up to you. That is again, you are given a free will. You can misuse the opportunity given or use the opportunity given. That's up to you. So that is a position. So we'll wind up here today and we'll resume tomorrow morning sharp at 8 o'clock. Till then, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
जय
Padita
प्रभु
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी इसमें दिया है मनुष्य यदि भगवान के भेजे गए प्राधिकृत प्रतिनिधि का कृपा पात्र होता है तो वह भगवत धाम जाने की चरम सिद्धि प्राप्त कर सकता है। जब ही भगवत भक्त की भेंट भगवान के असली प्रतिनिधि से होती है तभी वह इस शरीर को त्यागने के बाद भगवत धाम जाने की गारंटी पा जाता है। प्रभु, तो भगवान का असली प्रतिनिधि कौन है और उसकी पहचान हम कैसे करेंगे?
उसकी पहचान हम वाक्य में नहीं कर सकते हैं, किंतु यदि हम अपने हृदय में अटल हैं, इस मनुष्य का जो उद्देश्य जो है मनुष्य जीवन का, उस उद्देश्य को पूरा करना है, उसका जानना है, और हमें हमारा ओरिजिनल स्थिति को अपनाने का क्षमता अगर हमारे में है, तो कृष्ण भगवान जो कि परमात्मा की रूप में हमारे हृदय के अंदर विराजमान है, वो पहचान लेते हैं हमारा इच्छा को, तो वो स्वयं हमको आश्रय देते हैं। गुरु आश्रय कहते हैं ना, तो गुरु आश्रय में हमको सम्मिलित करते हैं। तो जब हमें गुरु आश्रय प्राप्त होता है, इसका मतलब कृष्ण भगवान ने आपका हृदय को सुना है और उसका जवाब भी दे दिया। अभी उससे आगे आप अपनी सीरियसनेस को और आगे बढ़ाना आपका मर्जी है। तो इसलिए वो गुरु आश्रय कहते हैं। तो गुरु आश्रय का मतलब है कि परमात्मा आपको, आपका जो आध्यात्मिक गुरु है वो सामने कर दिया और आपने उनको स्वीकार कर लिया। अभी उनका चरण ने लेकर के कुछ अभ्यास करेंगे, फिर आप दीक्षा लेना है। दीक्षा लेने के बाद ही आपको जो है निश्चित रूप में आपका मनुष्य का जीवन का मुद्दा हासिल करने का पूरी तरह अवसर मिलेगा।
धन्यवाद प्रभु। बहुत
थैंक
बहुत
यू। Anybody else has any realization, questions or comments? ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय।
जय
जय
हरितपान शिल प्रभुपाद की जय।
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 वैष्णव प्रणाम।
वंशगणपति
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्रील गुरु महाराज की जय।
जय।
जय
जय।
गौर प्रेमानंदे।
हरि हरि
आज
बोल।
गुरु महाराज बॉम्बे आ रहे हैं, आज रात को पहुंचेंगे अहमदाबाद से।
हाँ।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।